I know I go on and on and on about uh, the tribal nature of YouTube and the thoughtless nature of the threats and the public support and public hostility. It doesn't matter really to me who one is or what one's views might be. No one, particularly in public office, should be subject to the sort of level of intimidation that has been thrown at Nigel Farage, and they should expect support from Parliament and proper security. And the story now comes only days after news emerged that Nigel Farage's security had in fact been reduced. And that decision today looks spiteful, foolish and deeply worrying. The Reform UK leader Nigel Farage told a court on Tuesday that he was genuinely worried an Afghan migrant who had crossed the English Channel was coming to shoot him. Fayez Khan, a 26-year-old Afghan national who had been living in Sweden since 2019, is now on trial at Southwark Crown Court, charged with making a threat to kill Farage in a TikTok video posted in October 2024. The jury has seen the full video. In it, Khan, known online as Madapasa, and followed by hundreds of thousands, looks into the camera and said, "Englishman Nigel, don't talk about me. You don't know me. I come to England because I want to marry your sister. Don't talk about me more. Delete the video." Then he makes a gesture, a gun gesture with his hand, says pop, 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 and points to the tattoo of an AK-47 inked on his own face before headbutting the phone. The prosecutor, Peter Ratcliffe, told the court that some of Khan's other social media posts suggested access to firearms, and he later uploaded an image of a GB News report about his alleged threat with the caption, "I mean what I say." Farage explained to the jury, "Given his proximity and clear love of guns, I was genuinely worried. People don't have a tattoo like this at the local golf club. I thought it was coming to England and that he was going to shoot me." He added, "In high-profile politics, a lot of nasty stuff gets posted. What you don't see is one individual first saying they're coming for you and secondly how they're going to do it. The context matters." Farage has uploaded a YouTube video on the 12th of October 2024 entitled "The Journey of an Illegal Migrant." In it, he highlighted Khan's prolific TikTok posts and described him as a young male of fighting age coming into our country about whom we know very little. A day later, Khan responded with the now notorious clip. By the 31st of October, Khan had crossed the channel in a small boat and was arrested on arrival. The defendant denies intending to kill Farage. Through an interpreter, he said he was high when the video was made, that pop, pop, pop is just a phrase he uses online, and that he didn't know who Farage was. He claims he was making a gun. He wasn't making a gun gesture at all. But whatever the verdict, the incident reveals something darker about public life today. Threats are no longer whispered in pubs and scrawled in anonymous letters. They are broadcast to vast audiences, algorithmically promoted and instantly reaching their target. Politicians, journalists, judges and campaigners now live with the possibility that a single viral post can turn to real-world harm. And we know how this story can end. Jo Cox was murdered on her way to a constituency surgery. Sir David Amess was stabbed while serving his constituents. MPs of every party now speak of living behind panic buttons and altering their family routines. Yet we still see a government cutting or downgrading security for individuals it dislikes. When it's Nigel Farage, a man many in Westminster openly detest, the temptation seems to be to shrug. But that is a catastrophic error. Security is not an endorsement of someone's politics, it's a defence of democratic participation. To trim it for partisan spite is reckless. To do so just because the parliamentary system can do so, just because it has the power, and before an explicit, widely seen death threat emerges, is almost beyond comprehension. One may disagree profoundly with Farage's arguments on immigration or Brexit. I do. One may dislike his style of campaigning. I do. That is politics. But it's also politics to defend his right to live and speak without fearing a man who says he's coming to England to shoot him. If we fail to guarantee his security, we encourage silence through intimidation. And that is how free debate dies. Parliament and the Home Office must respond with clarity that every elected or prominent political figure treated in this way, threatened with credible violence, will be protected. The lesson from this trial is not about Nigel Farage alone, it's about whether we intend to let threats, amplified by social media, become a veto on public speech. If we do, we all lose, left, right and centre alike.